Some collaborations should never happen. Ever, ever. Fat guy, hot girl, you know there's money involved, maybe that's supposed to happen. Taran Tactical and Canik. That was one nobody saw coming. I don't feel like I saw coming. This would be like, well, them picking up Taurus, charging $1,000 for a G2C and saying it's cool because they put TTI on it. So let's see if this thing shoots worth 2.5 times more than a regular one, and why they think Cerakote or spray paint or whatever this is on here is worth so much more than a regular guy. Let's find out if it sucks. All right, go ahead. You ready? Well, let's see what happens. These were previously sighted in today, shooting the same kind of target. So let's see if it stayed sighted in. Pretty good. Oh man. I thought. Yeah, I don't know. We're shooting the Blazer 115 brass again, like we do every other time. And no, they don't sponsor us. It's just what I've got a lot of. This gun comes with 2 recoil springs. We've got the lighter one in there right now. Lighter ammo, lighter recoil spring, may as well try it out. I think it's cool that Canik sends 2 recoil springs with it, heavy, and like if you're gonna carry the gun, which you probably aren't because it's ridiculous. Typical for Canik, the trigger reset is amazing. It's so short, it's very audible. Very audible. Mounting plate here, wonderful job. They actually, I think, upped the game on this gun with that. We'll probably show you the mounting plates later on. They do, it's really, really simple. It's a plastic plate instead of the old metal plates that they did. I think they still use some of them, but there's 3 options is all, if I remember right. The gun's trigger makes it easy to shoot. The accuracy downrange, Not that it's awful, it's just not where I think a gun with the red dot at this distance should be. But you can hit what you're aiming at, like, there, yeah, that hit right where it's supposed to be. But I will say, like, I don't feel the gun is as consistent as it should be. The grip does pretty well. They send 3 sizes with. This one's the large, stupid, big, dumb hands. So large makes sense, and it should make sense. It's not all that in a bag of chips, I can tell you that. There needs to be a little bit more either to the sides or something we can do, because it gets to be, it's not uncomfortable by any means, it just doesn't put you in the same spot. It's crazy how, that's freaking nuts. 12 yards away from our target. At a headshot, I just hit a dude here, and then here, and then here. They're all right here. That's ridiculous that I'm gonna be off this much. It's not that much, it's 5 inches. I'm off 5 inches at that distance, which is nuts. And there's another 5. Yes, I do like the slide lock back, like the target, you're not safe, but I shot this gun earlier today. I shot it last week. I've been kind of prefacing this a little bit to see what kind of glitches we work with. One of the reasons I changed out that mainspring, recoil spring, whatever you're gonna call it, is the original setup failed. I had failures to eject. I had some just grossness. Now, in fairness to the gun, when we pick a gun out to test, I grab it new off the shelf. I eat the cost. We put ammo in it, we shoot it. I don't clean it, I don't lube on it, I don't, and when I say lube on it, I don't lube on it. We just shoot them. This gun, within the first 2 magazines, failed, and it kept failing. So I stopped, lubed it, didn't clean it, still haven't cleaned it, shot it. It's been working. I did swap out that mainspring though, thinking maybe these 115s didn't have enough horsepower to run it, because it is a comped gun, which affects how that thing recoils, where the energy's going. It's been running well since then. I'm not going to tell you that I'm super stoked with the accuracy, but it's not disappointing. It's just not that great. The gun does shoot very, very fast. Could it be better if this fit my hand better? Yes, absolutely. Is it maybe that we're only trying one weight of ammo? Maybe, but I don't feel like a particular barrel shouldn't shoot a known good round. Like this round cycles, it cycles in this gun. It's not an unusual bullet. It's not like we're trying to shoot a hard lead cast or some sort of weird new sintered round, something light, something heavy. It's right where most of your loads are gonna fall. This gun should do better shooting that. So I think it is in what I'll call a quality of build that makes a gun shoot better or not. And that might be how, when we're locked up, how this sits in here. And if it's tight, it might be in a combination of rifling in the side of the barrel. What are our tolerances there? And down to that too, we've got a muzzle brake on here, we've got a compensator. So how does that gas affect the bullet as it goes out? Is there something inconsistent there? And I will guarantee that this has inconsistencies, because in the test firing of it earlier and last week, sparks shooting out, and not strikes, but it makes you wonder, like, there's some stuff coming out of that barrel. These actually thread all the way to the end. If you zoom in on this, you can see like that barrel protrudes out. We're actually what I'll call like a magna port setup, where it's set up right into the barrel. This though, this dude is just push on it. I can't do it quite right now because there, you can see that tip out just a little bit. It'll be better if I close it, I bet. Here, there you go. That little tab tips out, and then you can unthread that with the slide off. So that's what locks it in place. But even there, I'm gonna hold the barrel tight. Some pretty good wiggle there, right? So there has to be mechanical room just for everything to work. If there's no mechanical room, you get any amount of debris in there and it fails. Well, there's more pieces to the puzzle. There's more opportunity for failure. We stack mechanical parts. We have mechanical failures. I don't know if that's what it is on this gun that's caused the accuracy, if it really just does boil down to ammo or not. Yeah, the inconsistency though, where I can put 3 and they'll be right on top of each other, and then I'll throw 4 and 5, tells me that it's a mechanical thing inside of the gun, not necessarily like bad ammo, because they're wild flyers too. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, bing, 6, 8 inches off, which is, it's not, there's something there. Fantastic magwell, like that magwell. Again, we've talked about this. If you can get your thumb in it, you can do it. Like, yeah, it's good, it's good. We can, oh, I missed it. No. Fantastic magwell. That magwell comes off. There's a little screw on the bottom. You can change out your back strap. Yeah, big extended mag. Well, I shouldn't say big and extended. It's not like Smith & Wesson Victory size, but that magazine release is very, very large and not in the way. I did have a problem at one point where I was messing with my grip and hit it. No good. The trigger, let's be honest, so the trigger on this gun is what sells it. Every Canik out there. If you've got a Canik and don't like the trigger, you should get a SIG, because their triggers are different. It's just a great audible short reset too. I'm gonna try to show this reset. It's very short. I mean, as soon as you let up, that trigger is resetting, which is great for bang, 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 bang type of repeat follow-up shots. It could potentially be problematic for you if you don't have a real solid hand strength, a real good grip.
Jumping up those soft hands.
For the most part, if you're out shooting this kind of gun, you're gonna be just fine, because the recoil is very manageable. It feeds well after you lube it. I guess mechanical things need oil. Originally, I shot this gun the very, very first time out. I shot it without an optic on it. This is the Meprolite optic. The sights were dead nuggets on. Like, I didn't need to make any adjustments left, right, up, down. They were absolutely perfect, but I would still get the flyer. Like, especially when you do full range, like 25 yards, you'd have a flyer where it was like center of mass, and then you'd have one that was off target, well, on target, but off enough to where you've got a safe assailant. There are no warning shots.
No more warning shots.
Other notes, a little hard to show you here, but disassembly on these guns is a little bit weird. And I do want to actually bring that up. If you're a Glock guy, if you're a Smith & Wesson guy, M&P guy, CZ guy, I don't care what you've got. They all come apart roughly the same. You throw a lever, run it forward, but you've got to disengage. Show everybody that it's nice and clear. We're going to disengage that striker, I'm gonna take just a little pressure off and I'll pull down the teardown lever. Okay, so we're off. It should ride all the way forward and come off. Not this guy, if you do it wrong, it's just gonna fall off. It's like if you're used to that other style gun, you just dropped your slide on the floor in front of your buddies, and now they will make fun of you forever.
What an idiot.
Don't make fun of your friends. If they drop their Canik slide on the floor, you should make fun of them for 2 reasons. They've got a gun that was built in the cave in Turkey, and they dropped their slide. Let's take it to the board. Let's see how it does. The Canik TTI Combat fills a need that most other guns just don't have the capacity to fill because it's this big. It fits anywhere you want to go. If you've got a loose T15 torque screw, this thing takes care of you. If you've got a loose flat blade, like a standard slotted screw, this thing takes care of you. One of the other great features about it is this gun comes with a full-size gun in the case. A very nice case, might I add. And the case has, well, it kind of comes out like Lego, see? Look at that. You can mount it on your wall at home. It looks nice. It's got a whole bunch of other stuff in there that's, I'm sure, quote, free. But this is the real gun that we're talking about today. The TTI Combat. Great gun to shoot, really it is. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that the price point is gonna be exactly where everybody wants to be. This gun isn't gonna necessarily fill all of your needs, but it does really well on the range. It shoots well, it's agreeable. I still had accuracy, like, things out there. I'm not 100% sold on the grip, like how it hits my hand in particular. But I think if you were to shoot this gun and adjust those grips to your particular needs, maybe you do add that wrap that I've talked about so many times in the past that I don't like the rubber boot that goes around the side of your grip. This gun's gonna do really well. It shoots well. It's got an amazing trigger. And that's one thing I will say about Caniks across the board is they have an amazing trigger. I get that the TTI collaboration, but I don't get the TTI collaboration. It just doesn't, I don't know. It's a Canik, it's a Turkish-made gun. Expect Turkish-made things, but it's a really, really good Turkish-made gun. Like Tony Stark might have had a finger in it, I'm not sure.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave!
Anyway, let's talk about it. Let's really actually talk about this gun. We put another Mepro light on this one, and they've been working well for us in the range. So the shooting experience, the recoil impulse, it keeps you on target with that compound front. I didn't have any problems with this one coming loose. A comped gun should have maybe quite as much recoil. We swapped out the recoil springs, it did help. This gun had some failures right out of the gate. It didn't feed right. That was me trying to get it to fail. Shooting experience, I wasn't like super impressed and I wasn't super let down. If it didn't have those failures right out of the gate, I think I probably would have given this gun a 4. It's not like schoolgirl good, like where you're just giddy about it though. Optic ready, very much optic ready. They come with all the plates that you need. They're right in the box. Light on hardware though, surprisingly. There's some hardware that's in that little screwdriver tool, that little miniature gun that we kind of made fun of. It comes with some extra hardware, 1 extra screw for the mag well and extra screws for top in 2 different lengths, 4 if you want to mount that optic. But this optic actually didn't have the right hardware included with the gun. Had it with the optic, but not with the gun. But very much optic ready. I do like their optic mounts. It keeps it pretty low. Their rear sights suck, and yeah, the rear sights do suck. They need to make them taller. We hit that in the video on how that sight height really affects on the presentation of getting that gun out and being able to just hit it right away and not have to, where's my front sight at? What am I doing? And search and hunt for it.
They're just flat black irons too. There's not even a dot or anything.
Yeah, like I'm okay with serrated black rears and a fiber optic front. So by themselves, I think it does well, but I'm still gonna try to co-witness that front sight as I'm working the red dot. It's a big help. Yeah, even though I know this might seem skewed to our repeat fans, and thanks for watching again and again, guys. I do appreciate that, and it's helping the channel do better and better and better. And I know we've probably given some of the guns 4s before on that same thing, but that rear sight has been a little bit better position on co-witnessing with the dot. So that's why we went 3 here instead of 4. Adjustability in the grip, they do give you 3 different grip sizes. It's not great, it's not wonderful. I think for a full-size gun, I think we can do a lot better, especially for the price point that this one's at. Again, it's a couple little things why I'm giving it a 2 instead of, you know, a 3. When you look at like HK, VP9s, P30s, they have side panels and a rear. They come with 3 different sizes and they will mix and match. So you can do like a small, large, medium, and there's still a seamless transition. So you can really fill in any hollows that you might have in your hand, any extra depth or length of fingers that you're trying to compensate for. Smith & Wesson and their palm swell inserts, they come with 4 of them. The Glocks do come with, depending on your generation, 3 or 4 different back straps, but they just push you away. They don't fill the sides at all. So this doesn't get quite as good as even the Glock does. I gotta say, with how that felt, I messed with this grip and worked on drawing and presenting it, and just never did get to that point where it was like, this was the best of all of the grip options they had for me. And it still wasn't quite right. It just didn't, there's not enough options there. I don't have the easiest hand to fit, but I feel like that should have been able to do it.
Not mad, just bugged.
Extras. Caniks have tons of extras because everybody's running a Canik. They've got phenomenally good triggers. No questions about it. Anybody who says Canik doesn't have a good trigger, I don't know if they're just shooting precision rifles all the time or what, but the reset's ridiculously short. That's why you grab a Canik. Extras for it. They come with some extras. They come with a holster. They come with an extra recoil spring. They come with all the optic plates you want. There's tons of aftermarket guys doing it, so extras they score really high on. Need a holster, which they come with. Need one, you can get it. Need different trigger parts, you can get them. Very high in a pistol world. Part of that is because some of their other models aren't MSRP'd or price pointed like this one is. So you've got a really nice baseline to build off of and build a range gun, race toy type thing. Carry score. Yeah, I think this is a carryable gun. I would not personally carry it for a couple reasons. We had a little bit of, I shouldn't say we, I had a little bit of a hiccup with that trigger a couple times where it's like, something in there either fake reset me so hard to where I missed the reset, or fake press so hard to where I missed that entirely, and that trigger didn't do what I think it should do. As clicky as that thing is, it's very, very audible, and just because so super clicky, and that's all the further the reset goes is just short little run, and I'm out here like, what? I had dead trigger. 3, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, what the f was that? I had like a trigger malfunction. We gotta do that over. Oh, something ain't going right here.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. Let's just, seems to be fine now. Oh wait, it's Canik, that's right. I got 7 left. How do you feel about 7 in a row?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, it did it again. It's like it's got a dead spot. Here we go. You still good?
Yep.
There. We cleared it, and it worked right away again. I don't know what the issue was. Again, these guns come out, we abuse them right away. We don't clean them right away. We may not lube them right away. Carry score though. The size of it overall, it's concealable, it's carryable. I would not carry that gun myself, just because I've had it fail. I think there's better options for that size. The grip's another thing where I can't get my presentation consistently correct, so that's another kind of hit against it on carry score. It's got a good weight being a polymer frame. Even after the small amount of shooting that we've done though, I feel like that gun's gotten looser. It has a, well, not that we usually have, it just has loose, like, that optic's tight. I don't, parts shouldn't rattle quite like that in my opinion. Nah. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. It's not just on a reliability standpoint, yeah. Does it fill a need? I don't particularly think it does fill a good need. I think at this price point, there are guns that do this job dynamically better. The only reason this thing doesn't get the lowest does it fill a need score is its trigger. And that really is part of the shooting experience, but that trigger is so good. The reset's so crisp, so everything that you want in a trigger reset. It's short, it's loud, it gets you. But the rest of the gun, I'm like, no, there's other guns out here that do it for less dollars involved and do it arguably more reliably. Yeah, we're right here. Let's get the fat part of the marker, just like the slide on that Canik. It's fat. All right. Does it suck? That's the big question. looking at the score, I'm not gonna lie. Trigger's good. Trigger's good. Optic mounts are pretty good. Rear sight with those optic mounts, may as well throw the optic mounts out the window. It's not good. I do think this gun sucks, to be honest. How much on a scale of 1 to 5? Like 5 being it doesn't suck at all. We don't give 5s unless we've got all 5s everywhere else. I'm gonna give this gun a 2, to be honest. Don't even need to put be honest in there. Like, you guys kind of see a theme going here. I've never been particularly enamored with Caniks. I think they did a really good job at making a really great trigger, and the rest of the gun is kind of like a meh. Personal take here, people. This is my shooting experience. So if you're a Canik guy at home, I'm very happy that you're a Canik guy or a gal at home and you love your Canik. Continue to love it. They have not been reliable in this instance for me. The optics leave a lot to be desired for co-witnessing and actually shooting the thing. If your optic went dead on this gun, you'd be like, I have no idea at 30 yards, at 20 yards what I'm doing. And that's a reasonable distance to shoot a pistol. You should be able to shoot a pistol at 50 for every shooter. I need backup sights to shoot though. I can't shoot a pistol like this and just present it without any optics at all and expect to hit a target at 50 reliably and consistently. There are so many other good guns out there that do better. So I guess do better, Canik. That's what I've got for you. So there you go, guys. It sucks. Let's tally it up. What is this? Like, this is the lowest score we've had, I think. Like, I need a reverse abacus, right? Really bad. It's as bad as this Canik. I think, again, on a marketing standpoint, they did genius things. It's more of a, like, what's Taran Tactical doing, or Taran, however you say that they would get together with Canik. This is like, I feel like this would be Wilson Combat saying, hey, High Point, what's up? Want to party?
Kiss me.
What?
That's a terrible idea. Don't party with High Point. It sucked. That's all I got. It didn't pass, or it barely made halfway, didn't it? We have this gun available for rent at the range, so if you think I'm completely out of my mind, come into the Waterloo range, shoot it. Remember to like and subscribe to the videos, and we want to put a big shout out there to all the people who have subscribed and have continued to watch your videos. Again, thanks, huge shout out. We've made it to 1,000 subscribers in what I consider to be no time. I never thought we'd get there, so let's continue to grow this thing. And you know, the best offense is a good defense, right? Unless you're Canik, and then the best offense is a big offensive price tag.